Say hey, everyone. We are back again. As you know, your typical host, Jose, is out on vacation this week, but that's okay because me and my guy, Dave, are here to hold it down today. Dave, how's it going, man?
It's going. I didn't. I don't ever watch the beginning of a show. That's real catchy. Makes me want to dance. But
Salsa. It makes you
anyways,
want to salsa?
yeah, which I can't salsa, but it makes me kind of want to. Where did Jose go? Is it common knowledge or is it something we can't talk about? I don't even know where he went.
Tennessee, I want to say. I
Oh
think
yeah,
he's in.
he did say that. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
I don't know what he's doing in Tennessee, but shout out to him. You know, it's funny. The first time I ran Jose's show, it was a couple weeks ago, and it was just like a one-day thing. And I had that intro, and somebody put in the comments, they were like, "Hey, if a gringo is going to run the show, maybe change the music."
Well,
I thought that
see
was
what
funny.
you
But
want
shout
to.
out to everybody in the chat, everybody coming in. Let us know what you're betting on today. Let us know what you guys got going. Share the video. Let them know we're still here. I see the grinders already up there in the chat. Rocco Rogers, like always. Everybody's starting to pile in here. Have you had any action on these early games yet today, Dave? I know I stayed off.
Yeah, I have. I already hit the Astros team total. I took it. I extended it a run at plus 100. I had the Astros team total 5.5 over 5.5 plus 100. It's at 6. So it's my only bet so far, and it cashed.
Boy, they aren't stopping, huh?
Yeah.
Rangers are in trouble. I hate to say it, but they are. Red Sox are they're completely falling off too here. Looks like the Mariners are down to the Athletics again here in the third inning, down 3-0. Excuse me. I wouldn't mind the Mariners continuing to lose because kind of pulling for the Rangers, but at the end of the day, all I care about is my bets. But without further ado, as Jose would say on his show, which I think is hilarious, today will be a tight little say hey. I don't know if he gives you this when he says it, but it'll be a tight little say hey because we only got 6 games on the slate. That being said, I do have action, so I'm excited to get to you guys. Akbar in the chat, Ryan, Nasty Nate, Tony Trill, everybody out there showing up, man. We appreciate you guys. Let's get to this money. This first game on the docket here. Let me pull up the banners. Sorry, it takes me a second. Right. Looks like we got Tampa Bay taking on the Marlins. And actually, if I'm being honest, the New York game probably came up first, but we're going by my graphics. So we're looking at Tampa Bay, Miami. Zach Eflin on the mound for Tampa Bay, going across from Jesus Luzardo. Luzardo's got good strikeout stuff, but it's just a matter of if he's going to walk people and if he's going to have it. I think this is a real interesting line sitting at minus 113 for the Rays with Eflin on the mound. I know Eflin's showed his cracks. His last 2 outings have been great. Both of them 6 innings. One of them he gave up 2 earned runs. One of them he gave up 1. It was the start before that, August 13th against Cleveland, where he got knocked around. 9 innings, gave up 3 innings, gave up 9 hits and 6 earned runs. Eflin, man, even with some of his blow up potential, he's 13-8. The Rays get behind him, they win behind him, and again, I'm just a little shocked that this money line is affordable here. I noticed the same thing yesterday with the Rays. I thought there was good value on just taking them, full game on the money line, and I got to say, I think the same thing here. What are you looking at, Dave?
Yeah, it is shocking. I took this bet. I took the Rays first 5 last night at minus 125. It went down to minus 116, or at least on the book I'm looking at now, which I guess I should have waited, but I liked it then. This is a real easy cap for me. Eflin, we talk about that one start, but I look at their last 5 starts. That's usually what I do with pitchers to start the cap off. And he's had 4 very, very quality starts out of 5. 2 runs, 1 run, 6 runs, 1 run, no runs. He had 11 Ks his last game. He's the better pitcher. You look at Jesus Luzardo his past 5 games. He gave up no earned runs in 6 innings, 2 hits to the stinky ass Padres.
Exactly.
In San Diego. But then there's 6 runs, 7 runs, 4 runs, 4 runs. Goddamn dog, get out of here. So you have pitching check mark to the Tampa Bay Rays, and then the Rays are hitting left-handed pitching above average. Miami's hitting right-handed pitching below average. I can go through each one, but I look at ISO, I look at OPS, I look at WRC plus. So you've got better hitting, you've got better pitching. Papa John's, right? Tampa Bay first 5.
Yeah, and that's what I thought yesterday too. And you look at just what they've been doing lately. The Marlins have lost 4 out of their last 5 games. The Rays have won 4 out of their last 5 games.
Yeah.
The Rays are playing great baseball, putting up a lot of runs. The Marlins, you look at them, they haven't scored more than 4 runs in their last 5 games. They've got 2 runs their last 3, 4 games ago against Washington, and then 0 runs against the Padres. The Marlins just aren't playing good baseball. This total is interesting to me. I saw Noli, and we'll move on after this, but I saw Noli was looking at the under 7.5, and I get it. But another way that I feel like I would look at this game is the Tampa Bay team total over 3.5. You're going to have to pay a little bit for it, like minus 125. But, you're getting all 27 outs. You're on the road. I think Luzardo is susceptible at least to give you 2 or 3 runs. If he has a good start, he still gives you 2 or 3 runs. And then you go get, another 2 off the bullpen. I just think that 3.5 is too low for a team like Tampa Bay who, checks all the boxes, on offense. So we can move on to this next one. Let us know at the chat what you guys got going on. Shout out to our guy, Billy. He said, look at these nerds. I'm with you. I like Tampa Bay. Yeah, I agree. And, yesterday it looked the same. I think it was plus money with Tampa Bay yesterday. And I was like, in my head, I'm sitting there thinking, this doesn't make sense. Tampa Bay won 11-2. They beat the shit out of the Marlins yesterday. So, I'm not going to overthink this one here. I think you just go with Rays here. Shout out Air Dog. Everybody piling in this chat. Hold on. Let me find our next one. And we will shift right here to the next game, looking at the New York Yankees taking on the Detroit Tigers. The total sitting at 8.5 in this one. Yankees 64-68 on the season. I can't say I love it, but I don't hate it. I've kind of enjoyed watching it just a little bit. They got their ace on the mound, Garrett Cole, 11-4 on the season. He's been great. A 2.95 ERA, 181 strikeouts to the 43 walks. Going against Brendan White on the other side, the guy for Detroit, 2-2 with a 4.03 ERA, 40 strikeouts to 12 walks. As much as I enjoyed watching the Yankees fail, this is a spot here where I think Garrett Cole shines. If you put him against the Red Sox, in a playoff situation game, I think he sucks. If you put him against anybody in the playoffs, I think he sucks. But if you put him against a mediocre team in a game that means nothing for the Yankees, I think Garrett Cole is going to be outstanding. I think this is Garrett Cole's spot where he shines. What are you looking at here, Dave?
Yeah, I'm not even looking at Garrett Cole. I'm looking at the Yankees bats and who's pitching. This Brendan White guy's the primary for Joey Wentz, a left-hander who sucks butt. And we know that New York, I had to go the past 3 weeks because there wasn't a big enough sample size. But out of 162 at bats past 3 weeks, New York's the second best hitting team against left-handed pitching. 161 WRC plus, 948 OPS, 275 ISO. That's almost double the average, league average. So I like the team total. It's at 4.5. I took it at minus 126. It worried me a little bit because the Yankees haven't scored 4 points the past 2 games and really, or
it's at 4. Points. It's not even 4.5. Just 4 runs.
No, it's at 4.5.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying I need to pull up my fucking binders.
I can pull it up for you. Keep going. I got you. You want the team total?
I'm pretty sure the Yankees haven't scored 5 runs, at least in the past few games, but I'm not so much worried about it. Joey Wentz has been a fade for me. They're hitting left-handed pitching. Yeah, they haven't scored more than 4 runs for 5 games, but either way, shitty pitcher, hot bats, New York team total over for the full game.
Fuck you, Jose. He came in here and said, you're looking skinny and I'm looking chunky. Fuck you. And fuck your show, Jose.
I'm looking skinny? What? I mean, drunk?
I'm just kidding. Shout out, Jose. Wine Time showing up in the chat. Everybody out there, why can't I see what Akbar just said to Jose? I can't see it. It's blocking it. But appreciate you guys out there, man. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I would bet Cole, or I wouldn't bet this game. I know the team total is not really backing him, but I agree with that too. I think if I know this sounds weird, but the fact that they haven't hit over that 4 runs for you, it wouldn't bother me in the slightest because you're capping this game for this game right here against this lefty, and that's what matters the most. And they probably haven't seen much lefty pitching in those last 4 games because, like you said, if you had to go back 3 weeks to get the sample size, it's not even there from right here. So, anyways, we're keeping this rolling. We've already knocked down 2 of the 6 games. We do have some action coming up, or at least I do right here in this game. Texas Rangers, Jose's favorite team out there in the chat, taking on the New York Metropolitans here. We got Dane Dunning going for the Rangers with his 9-6 record, a 3.36 ERA, 107 strikeouts to the 41 walks. Going against Reyes for the Mets here. Reyes is 0-2 on the season with a 7.5 ERA. Now, this is not a guy that's a starter. The most innings he's gone this year is 4.2 thirds innings against Atlanta. Gave up 8 hits, 5 runs there. One thing up until this ERA is interesting. If you look at this guy's ERA here for the Mets, he didn't give up a run in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He didn't give up a run in his first 5 outings this season. But then you look against his last 2 outings against the Braves, they did what the Braves do. 5 runs in 1 inning, 5 runs in 4 2/3 innings. And that's where you get a 7.5 ERA, just kind of blasted up out of nowhere. I'm going to see what you think on this, Dave, and then I'll come back to it and let everybody know what I'm betting. But what do you think about this game here?
I actually think I don't have a bet in this game. Dunning is Dunning. Reyes is going to go. It's basically a bullpen game. But actually, if you compare bullpens to each other and then you compare offensive stats, neither of them shine, but the Mets have been better than the Rangers in almost every category. Am I backing the Mets? Hell no. But the only way I'd bet this game is taking a Mets bet at plus money. Doesn't mean that the teams can't score a lot of runs or whatever the case may be, but that's just what makes sense with the numbers. But these are this year's Mets, and I most likely probably will not put another bet on the Mets. I'll find a way to fade them or just move on.
I hear you. I am betting the Rangers here, but not as a side. I got their team total over 4.5. Yeah. And I'm in the boat with Professor Chris. He said he bet the Rangers at money line minus 144. Oh, they should be minus 170. I mean, they're like minus 150 most places now. I think this 144 might be old. And I think it might have been even lower than that when it opened. This line has moved heavily towards the Rangers. I got the team total, at a good price, and that thing's sitting at minus 120, maybe 125 now. I still like it. For anybody who's betting it, I'm giving it out. I'm endorsing it. I'm just saying there's been a lot of line movement here. Dane Dunning he's been great for the Rangers. He's been absolutely outstanding, but he's still not somebody. Oh, I don't know what I just did. There it is. He's still not somebody that I want to get behind as a side. I just don't. He's somebody that I'll bet first 5 overs with. As far as my look here on the Rangers, I think they're building a little bit of momentum again. Hopefully, they've got 3 of their last 4 games, and if we're being honest, they should have won all 4 of those games. They blew that game against the Twins a couple times. They blew that game against the Twins. So yeah, I'm taking my shot here, thinking that the Rangers are rolling again, and I'm getting 27 outs. If I'm playing a team total, man, I want my 27 outs, and that's what I've got here. So Rangers team total over 4.5. That's my first official bet here. See what everybody got in the chat here. Rocco said he likes Rangers first 5. They're talking about the Jays. Jays are cooked. I don't think the Jays are going to be able to catch the Rangers. I think the Jays are a terrible baseball team. If I'm just being honest, I've said this before. I don't like watching the Jays at the plate.
They're disappointing. I mean, they're just like the man. I look at their roster and I think to myself, why are they so bad? Why don't they compete in that division? It's been that way for the past few years, but I don't. It's so weird. It's so weird when you look at this game in particular, when the Mets statistics, all of them are slightly better. They're not great. They're both in the middle. These are both very mediocre teams as far as statistics go, but that doesn't always correlate into wins. I mean, I just, there's no way I can bet either side in this game. I can't back Dunning either.
Well, we don't got time to go too deep into the thought process on what you just said, but that's baseball. Like, how much does the starting pitching and the bullpen, like when you take in all these different things, sometimes stats just don't make sense. We've seen in the past, we've seen the Rays be just a great baseball team that can't score runs, but they still make the playoffs, still make a run. We've seen a lot of different things like that, but let's keep this shit rolling right here. We've already gone through half the games. We got over 60 people already in here in the chat. I know people usually coming in, right around now. So let us know if you got any action that you're coming in with. Share the video if you can. This next game, I'm not even going to act like I give a shit about it. I don't. We'll talk about it. I'll give up some stats, but I don't give a shit about this game. The Pirates are taking on the Royals here. it's basically, I don't want to say pick them because there's juice on both sides, but I think from what I've seen, it's minus 110 anywhere you look, really. You got Andre Jackson going for Pittsburgh, 0-1 with the 4.91 ERA. Zerpa, is that how you say it? Angel Zerpa on the other side for Kansas City, 1-2 with the 7.27 ERA. You got two pitchers that don't have any experience this year. You've got two teams that suck. I mean, one thing I can say is the Royals haven't won a baseball game in a week. I know that. I mean, the Royals have just been losing nonstop. At least the Pirates have won 3 of their last 5. So maybe for that reason, you look at the Pirates because they have a little momentum. But as far as putting my hard-earned money on this game, no chance. What about you, Dave?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the Pirates. I mean, looks like they could be bullpen game for the Royals. The Pirates have been scoring runs. Here's the deal. The only way I look at these two teams now, and really especially with football season coming up, there's going to be a lot more to cap. So I really need to pick my spots in MLB. Doesn't mean that my card's going to go down. It just means I'm going to be more picky with what I spend my time with. The only thing I've been looking at these two teams is I'm looking. I have this system for first 5 team totals over 1.5. They're usually the shitty teams, and both these teams are shitty. And a lot of times their totals are 1.5 first 5. If they aren't, I really pass right over them unless I can find a way to fade one of them. But when you have two teams you fade all the time, fade the whole freaking game. So next.
Yeah, agreed completely. Shout out to our guy Tone Miggins out there in the chat. I know his levels play of the day has been cashing left and right, man. Shout out to you, Tone. Let's move on to this next one. You know, I do have some interest in the last game out of these last two. This is another one. This is always such a gross fucking cap when you got a team like, you know, the Braves coming in to take on the Rockies because you know the total is going to be 17, fucking 25 or something ridiculous. It's sitting at 13.5 right here. The Braves, I have minus 210 on here. It looks like they're more like minus 225 everywhere. And who in the fuck is pitching for the Braves tonight? I don't even know who he is. Darius Vines. I did a little bit of back. Go ahead.
I didn't research him, but he's obviously he got pulled up.
Yeah, no, shout out to Ryan, no Strider. So, like, is this line seriously just going to stay over minus 200 for somebody's first start in the MLB? That is crazy to me. Just crazy. Do I think that the Braves lose this baseball game? No, probably not, obviously. But you got Freeland going on the other side for Colorado, who at 5-13 and a 5 ERA has done nothing spectacular, but you know, he can get through innings sometimes. This game is, I don't know what to do with this. If you have some huge fucking nuts, maybe you go out there and take Colorado, but that's just not for me.
Yeah, 13.5. That's crazy. You have a pitcher that you'd have to do a deep dive on to really know what's going on. You have the Colorado Rockies that aren't hitting that well. I think the only bet, and here's a funny thing, is the team total for the second straight night in a row, Atlanta Braves. Okay. 7.5 team total, minus 132.
7.5. That's the highest team total I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's the second night in a row, and obviously they didn't hit last night. But the only way I could bet this is just, and sometimes we see these rookies come in and shove, and sometimes we see them fall apart. The only bet I'd have in this game is Rockies first 5 team total 2.5 at minus 125. The main reason why I'm not doing that isn't the pitcher; it's actually the Colorado bats have stunk. So I don't even trust them to get 3 runs against a rookie.
Yeah, they haven't put up more than 4 runs in their last 5 games.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. I was looking at the team total. I didn't even realize this is a rookie on the road. That's a minus 200 favorite.
Crazy, bro.
That is
just fucking crazy. It's crazy. But you know, furthermore into this though, shout out to our guy Thomas Maggio. Did I say that correct? Thomas in the chat. He said no, it's going under. This is why I don't like games like this. You know, the first game 14-4, the Braves scored a shit ton of runs, the over hits. But then yesterday 3-1. That's a normal baseball game. And I know in Colorado a lot of times you're not going to get normal baseball games, but a lot of times you are. So for that reason, the total I've got no interest in the total, and I'm damn sure not backing a rookie at minus 225. So yeah, I'm off this game also.
Yeah.
So we are fucking cooking here, boys. We're only 20 minutes in, not even yet, just about to hit the 20-minute mark. And we're coming up to the 6th game. Just take a second one more time for everybody in the chat, man, because here at PSR, we got the best fucking chat. We got Troy out there, Rocco, Thomas, Billy, Professor Chris, Ryan, Akbar, Tone Miggins. all you guys, man. Tomorrow night, Dave and I got a pretty special guest coming on the Unmuted Mic with us. If you haven't been checking out that show, please come in there and check it out with us, because we put a lot of work into it, especially Dave. Getting these guests is not easy. So if it's something you guys enjoy, we need you to show up and show out for us. Support it. And if you haven't seen tomorrow's guest, she's pretty good looking, Dave. Are you pretty excited about that interview?
Yeah, of course. I like them. I think they're all attractive. They're all different. All of them have been different. This one, is actually really neat to talk to. We pre-interviewed her, and we won't give too much out now, but it should be a good interview. And yeah, show up 7:00 or 10:00 Eastern Standard Time tomorrow.
Hell yeah! And I could tell everybody in the chat, if you tuned in last weekend, I might have a couple drinks with you guys, but I will not be nearly as inebriated as I was last time. That was a mistake. I didn't realize that I had no food in my system. I hurried back from giving the lessons to get on, started taking shots backstage. Dave kept calling me a pussy. He kept saying, "Take another shot, pussy. Take another shot, pussy." So I just kept taking shots, and that's where we ended up.
That's what we do. Cab's a lightweight. And I'm an alcoholic, so there you go.
Well, yeah. So we'll have a few drinks, but I won't be as inebriated. Maybe Dave will be able to finish some of his interview questions this time.
Oh yeah, it'll be a good show.
All right, this last game, man. We got the Diamondbacks taking on the Dodgers here. You've got Brandon Pfaadt. I always love saying that because I don't even know if any of us say it right. Brandon Pfaadt on the mound for the Diamondbacks. 1-6 with a 5.91 ERA, 60 strikeouts to only 20 walks, which is not a good ratio. He's not been good, man, but I do think there is an upside to Brandon Pfaadt. It's his first year, and he's shown signs of having good enough stuff. But I don't think the Dodgers are the team to go against. Not with this here. I don't have a bet in this game, but I wouldn't have a problem taking the Dodgers on the run line at home. What are you looking at here, Dave?
I've got 2 bets in this game. I love this game. I've been loving on these Dodgers. I don't know why, but I'm not just taking the Dodgers. I'm betting them live, betting team totals. But one of the things, we'll start with this one. If you say Pfaadt, I say Pfart. How do you? Where is this guy from? Worst last name in sports for sure.
Pfart.
Pfart. Yeah.
He is from Louisville, Kentucky. So he was born in the same state that I was. Shout out Kentucky.
You were born in Kentucky?
Yep, Lexington, Kentucky.
There you go. Shout out Lexington, Kentucky. But anyways, I follow a list of profitable pitchers, first 5. And basically that's if you bet on that pitcher, that team, when that pitcher pitches, first 5, it's win-loss and your profitability on a 1-unit bet. Brandon Pfaadt is -8 units. He's 0-8-4. He has not won a first 5 for his team all season long. Problem is that's juiced. So I'm taking the -0.5 run at -115. Usually don't take run lines at negative odds, but he's just been so bad. But my favorite bet of the day, and one that if you've watched live, I love this bet, and that's the Yurfee. The Dodgers have had the second most Yurfees in the major leagues. The last 10 games, they've had 7 Yurfees. They've done it 2 games in a row. I've been on both games. I've been live for both games. And one of the stats I like the most is the last 4 times the Diamondbacks have come to Dodger Stadium, there's been a Yurfee. So we're going to Yurf it all over your face and chest. I'm going with the Yurfee in the Arizona Dodgers game.
Okay, I like it. Do you have any feel on the first 5 total? It's if I could get 5, I feel like if I could get 5, even if I had to pay like -120, I'd bet it. But you're either getting -150 for 4.5, which I would never bet, or you're getting plus money at 5.5. How do you feel about that first 5 total? Anything?
What's the Dodgers team total? I wouldn't mess with that. What's the Dodgers team total?
Dodgers team total in the first 2.5, but it's -132, so it's very juiced.
Yeah. I like my bets. Okay. I don't hate any of the ones you said, but I don't need to add any more. That's Dodgers. Dodgers smash. Dodgers are smashing right now. What are you gonna do?
They are, man. They are. I've been saying that too, man. Everybody in the chat, Justin, he said I'm behind, but I'm on the Rays team total over 3.5 for a unit. I do like that. I really do like that. Tone said he's got bets 2+ hits plus 195 and to hit a double plus 295, 1 unit apiece. Nice. Man, Betts has been just tearing the fucking cover off the baseball lately, man. It's been a lot of fun to watch him play. You know, that could be an obvious statement, but he went into Boston, he did exactly what he should have done coming back. Then he came back home, and he's still doing the same thing. He's just on a tear. But there we go, Dave. We did it in under 30 minutes. I told you it would probably be under 30 minutes. Real quick, we're going to recap all of our bets for everybody in the chat. But before we do that, let me see if I can get this right. Okay, I'm going to take us off for – wait, that's not how it works. Fuck, I don't know how to do this.
You do it as an overlay. Is it an overlay or is it a
It's just a background.
Well, you could do this. Just stop your screen and you can still talk like this.
Yeah, but then it's you. There we go. Yeah. Look, everybody, tonight, if you have not been tuning in, every Wednesday night we have the Pub Sports Radio Poker Tournament hosted by Bet Online. You can go on to Bet Online. Hold on, let me move that banner. I suck at this. You can go on to Bet Online. It's a $25 buy-in. You can buy in up to 3 times. Password Pub Sports NFL. Start time 8 p.m. Eastern, so that is 7 Central, 5 p.m. if you're on the West Coast. It's a lot of fun, guys. It's paying out to multiple people. And if you win, there's an entry into a bigger tournament. I know the big tournament paid $15K or something like that last time. So there's a lot of money being thrown around. We go live for it. Make sure and join the tournament. Join the tournament, and we'll keep having them. Maybe come on screen, have some fun with us. But that's the deal. Pub Sports Radio Poker Tournament tonight. Go sign up tonight at Bet Online. All right, now I move.
Sign up right now. Starts in 2.5 hours.
Yeah, go right now. It starts in 2.5 hours. Go fucking sign up right now. Exactly. I like the captain hat. It gets me excited for tomorrow. We have a great guest tomorrow, Dave. I am very excited. We need you guys to tune in. We got over 70 people in here in the chat. We need over 70 people tomorrow in the show. So if you haven't been coming, come through. Dave, you got any last words for everybody? And can you recap your action?
Yeah, I'll recap the action and then give last words. I've got Tampa Bay Rays, first 5 money line. I've got the Dodgers Yurfee. I've got the Dodgers first 5 run line, -0.5 a run. And I have the Yankees team total at 4.5. So those are my bets. But as far as the show, a couple things. This is a great guest. All the guests are great. This one's particularly, can sit there and have a conversation. She does a couple neat things, which is her kind of unique deal. Plus, she's a smoke show. So watch it. But if you guys haven't watched the other shows, the whole point about this is this. Come watch the show on Thursday. Come at least say hi and hit the like button. Do that. But if you don't want to watch it, go rewatch the show. There's some funny shit. We got drunk 2 weeks ago. We ate a hot chip the first week. All of these girls are talking about all sorts of nasty stuff, nasty, good and bad, and they're all hot. So go rewatch it. That's the point, is to have stuff to go rewatch. And, if nothing else, just come say hi tomorrow. If you can't spend the whole hour there, but you should, because we have a good time.
True. Troy said, who selects the talent? Is there a Pub Sports audition? That's what we hope to get to, man. Dave's been putting in a lot of fucking work to get these guests, and that's what I'm saying is we're gonna keep doing it. We just need to see that the support's there. So appreciate you, Troy. He said it's a good show. I tell you what, if you tuned in last week, man, I was way too drunk, and a lot of people were commenting on that, and they were saying, oh, Cab was he was on some demon time. He was flirting with the guest a little bit. Look, let me tell you something. I was too drunk, yes. But I wasn't flirting with her because of that.
She was hot. They're all hot. All of them have been hot. None of them have been unattractive. They all look different. This one, and I'm going to put out, it's my fault. I need to put out the promo tweet. I'm going to put it out right after the show so people can see it. But if you don't see that, she's chasing Paige on OnlyFans. Chasen, CHASEN. Page PAIGE on IG. You just want to go see that, and she has a free account and a paid account on OF. But Cha-Cha Chasen, ChaChaChaChaChasen is her name on Instagram if you want to go check her out. She's beautiful, beautiful lady.
Well, I agree with everything you said. I guess I'll give my bet out one more time. Thanks to Dave, we do have plenty of action in this show. Not thanks to me, but I do have a bet for everybody. I'm on the Rangers team total over 4.5 tonight. I'm not going to fill up anything else. I told Jose maybe I'd have a card like his. I can't do it. I can only give you guys what I'm actually betting. So that's what I'm betting today. Everybody in the chat, thank you. We got up over 70 people multiple times, and that's pretty good considering we were only live for 30 minutes. So thank you guys. Tune in. Oh, tomorrow I'll be live with Jimmy. There will be no say hey tomorrow because Jose does it with Jimmy. So I'm doing it with Jimmy tomorrow. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow to Betting with the Bag. Go to the poker tournament tonight. That's it. That's it. Thank you, guys.
Hit the like button. Hit the like button before you leave. Hit it.
Yes, sir. Let's get the fuck out, Dave. Appreciate you guys.